everyone, it's Ten Simone. I miss you all so much and I can't wait to see you again. Okay, I hope you're all doing well and staying safe. And today we're going to be learning about the Holy Pentecost. Okay, so before we discuss what the Pentecost is, do you remember what last week's lesson is? What is the Ascension? That's right, the Ascension is when Jesus went from earth and rose up into heaven. Well, before Jesus ascended into heaven, he told the disciples that he would give them the gift of the Holy Spirit. The disciples didn't really know what that meant. They didn't understand. But they trusted in God and knew that they would understand someday. Okay, so what is the Pentecost? The Pentecost is a day a long time ago when Moses was on a mountain called Mount Sinai. And God was with him. And God told Moses what the 10 Commandments were. Do you remember what the 10 Commandments are? Yes. Okay, so that's whenever God gave Moses the 10 Commandments. That's what the first day of the Pentecost was. And the Pentecost was this huge celebration. It was just like Christmas or Easter. So people were coming from all over the world, and they were so loud, and they spoke many different languages, and they looked all completely different. And they made the city very, very loud. Okay, so one day, all of Jesus' disciples wanted to pray together, and it was after the Ascension. And so they went to a quiet place in the city because the city was very loud because of the celebration of the Pentecost. Okay, so they went to the quiet room, and so they were praying, and then all of a sudden, they heard this noise, and it was like swoosh, swoosh. And it started off very quiet, but then it started getting louder and louder. And all of a sudden, the whole room was filled around them with swoosh, swoosh, swoosh. Just like wind. Like when you're outside and it's windy, all you can hear is swoosh, swoosh. It was just like that. And then they started to look around, and they saw that there was a small flame of fire on each of their heads. Each of the disciples had a flame of fire. And it was called a tongue of fire on each of their heads. But the fire didn't burn them or hurt them. It just shined very brightly. It was so bright and made the whole room bright. And then the disciples remembered what Jesus told them on his Ascension Day, that he would send them a holy gift, the gift of the Holy Spirit. And so they knew that this was the Holy Spirit. Okay, and because of this gift, because of the Holy Spirit, the disciples could now speak languages that they never could. And they used this great gift to speak to other people, to speak to everybody that was at the festival. They were speaking to them because they spoke different languages. So the disciples spoke to them in different languages. And they used their gift to talk to people about Jesus and to preach and to tell them like what Jesus did whenever he was here. And about his ascension and his resurrection. Okay, so we need to think about the gifts that God gave us. Like the gift of singing. If you have the gift of singing, you should sing about God. Or if you have the gift of friendship, like with your friends, you should talk to your friends about Jesus. We should think about the gifts God gave us, and we should use these gifts to tell people about Jesus. Okay, so today our memory verse is, and they were all filled with the Holy Spirit, Acts 2:4. I'm going to say it one more time. And they were all filled with the Holy Spirit, Acts 2:4. Okay, that's it, everyone. I hope you liked this lesson. And I hope we all learn to use our gifts. Bye.